Proposed legislation targets so-called seclusion rooms.
You might remember last year we brought you reports of students being locked in a room at McAuliffe International School in Denver. Former principal Kurt Dennis was fired after claims that he used the room incorrectly. He filed a lawsuit saying his firing was retaliation for whistleblowing. His firing put a lot of focus on the use of de-escalation rooms.
Your reporter Kelly Worthman is at the state capitol for us tonight. Kelly, a hearing going on this afternoon on this proposal.
Yeah, it's lasted several hours this afternoon, Karen. And while this isn't necessarily about banning seclusion rooms, according to supporters, it's really all about safeguarding the well-being of students. And while this bill does stem from what was exposed within Denver Public Schools last year, supporters shared similar examples in other Colorado schools where kids as young as 3 years old were left alone in locked seclusion rooms for hours. The bill's sponsor, State Representative Regina English, says data shows seclusion rooms cause psychological trauma in children and creates fear in schools. She also says the practice disproportionately impacts students with disabilities as well as students of color. Now, while 95% of Colorado school districts do not use seclusion rooms for discipline, Representative English says it is long past time that seclusion is banned in K-12 schools statewide.
For me, this is a no-brainer. We shouldn't even be debating or having this conversation about the safety and mental health of our students. This should be something that the legislators should immediately act on.
Of course, there is opposition, like in anything, especially from special education leaders. Several of them addressing the House Education Committee today, saying while they commend the intentions of this bill, it lacks a clear plan for student support and resources. Some also pointing out how seclusion is really a last resort for educators, but one that is sometimes necessary to prevent a student from harming themselves or others.
Another concern raised from colleagues regards the strike-through, which requires that adults always need to be present in the room with the student. It is unfair and inappropriate to ask someone to be in a situation in which a student may harm the adult in the room if there is a clear line of sight for the student. An escalated student can cause significant injury to the adult required to be in the room.
Now, again, that House Education Committee is still going on, that hearing rather, is still going on right now. We'll keep you posted on what happens. Now, if this goes all the way through to the legislature, to the Senate, and it does pass, Colorado would become the 9th state here in the U.S. to either ban or really curtail the use of seclusion in schools in the United States. Reporting live at the Capitol, I'm Kelly Worthman, covering Colorado First.
And we know you'll stay on top of that and let us know what happens, Kelly. Thank you.